What's up, everybody? This is Podcast Gameoverse episode 0704, Saturday, May 22nd, 2021. I am Wasabi Ice Cream, joined, as always, by my main man, Rick. What up?
What up? I am the main man, Rick, with his main man, Dick.
Yeah.
I don't know why I said that. I'm just trying to be silly. But no,
Stick
we
it in
got
your
a.
chick.
That was good.
Bars.
That was good.
Bars.
We like to have fun on this show, but no, we got a bunch of shit to go over. Quite a bit has happened this week. We have quite a
Yeah.
bit to talk about, but first, man, tell the people what you've been playing.
I want to talk about
Oh, here we go.
I just want to jump right into this shit because fucking this was an ordeal I went through just last night for hours because I wanted to play the Knockout City
Yes.
game because it was on Game Pass. So I was like, oh, I really want to try out Knockout City, and it was the first EA Play game that I wanted to try on Game Pass.
Yeah.
So uh what ended up happening was, okay, so this is going to be a very long-winded rant about
I rewatched the podcast from last week. I ranted for like 10 minutes about a fucking couch. So you could talk about Knockout City for a little bit.
okay, so here's the problem. First of all, in order to use anything on EA Play, you need to install the EA desktop client, right?
Which is a pain in the fucking ass.
Which is a pain in the ass because if you already have it installed, it doesn't work. You have to
Really?
uninstall it and then launch a game through Game Pass, and then it'll reinstall it with the same exact fucking client. It reinstalls it, and then it works. But then, even then, it still didn't work for me. And here's fucking why. It's because you have to link your Xbox account with your EA account.
Yeah.
Which sounds simple enough, right?
Yeah.
So it's supposed to do that automatically, but it wasn't for whatever reason, it wasn't doing it for me. So I found out that I had to go into the EA desktop client, go to the friends list, and then import to my Xbox friends to link my Xbox account. There's no
What?
there's no button that says, "Hey, you wanna synchronize your account?" Because my Steam account's already linked somehow, and that's it. So I was like, I went to my account and I saw my Steam account there, and I was like, "How the fuck do you link accounts?" So you do it through a friends list for some reason. So I went to go
I
do
didn't have
that.
to do any of that shit. I just did it like 20 minutes ago. And it was like, do you want to link your EA account? I was like,
Well,
yes. It was
okay,
done.
no, we're getting into that. Here's why I had to go through this. It's because
Yeah.
back in 2012, uh almost 10 years ago, my Xbox Live account was hacked and someone used it to buy hundreds of dollars worth of FIFA Ultimate Team shit.
Oh, shit. I know where this is going.
So
Continue.
so almost 10 years ago, someone linked my Xbox account to their EA account. So
Oh.
if I go into my achievements list here, you'll see I got my first Xbox 360 in 2011. Like back in 2011, I got one for free. I won it in like a little raffle. But I never played a single EA game on it because I'm like, I'm not going to buy. I have a PS3. It's free to play online on that thing. I'm just going to use that to do any multi-platform shit. So right here, you'll see I have an entry for FIFA 12, and it's got 2 achievements on it. And those 2 achievements are open your first pack in Ultimate Team and create your FIFA Ultimate Team.
Oh my god.
Unlocked January 7, 2012. So thank you to the guy who got me 2 achievements in FIFA 12. Um,
But it fucks shit up for you like 9 years later.
yes. So okay. So here's the problem. Here's where my anger comes in.
Oh,
I
here's
call
where
up.
the anger comes in.
Yeah, because I didn't even think about this until like way after the anger came in. So I was trying to link my account, and I was like, "What the fuck's going on?" It says it's linked to another account. I have no idea. I've never linked my account. I call EA. Well, no, I didn't even call them because their phone lines. This was like late last night. It was like midnight last night.
Yeah, I was gonna
Um,
say you're posting shit up at like midnight, so
yeah. Um, so I go to their like support. I go to their like text support, and they I like, hey guys, I'm trying to link my Xbox account, and it's telling me it's linked to some other account, which is impossible because I've only had one account. I have the same account for fucking over 10 years. What the fuck's going on? And they're like, no, yeah, we can see it right here. Your Xbox account is it's tied to some other account, so just give us the details for that account, and we'll unlink it. And I'm like, details for the some other account? There is no other account. I only have one account. And they're like, no, no, we see right here. This is your Xbox account, and it's linked to this EA account. So just here, we'll send an email to that account and just verify with us. I was like, no, there's no other account, motherfuckers. There's no other account. This is my account. Whatever other account you have is not my account. So just take my gamer tag off that account. And they're like, no, no, we have a procedure here to that we have to verify that you own this account, and then we can change whatever we need to change. I'm like, I don't own that account. That's whoever that is. It's not me. You're asking me to verify information for an account that is not that I couldn't possibly verify because it's not my account. And they're like, well, we have this protocol here that like obviously they have this script. They kept mentioning their protocol and their procedures, and they're following this script that they cannot deviate from. So like I talked to at least 10 people there, and they all did the same fucking thing, which is like, well, if
word
you
for word, the same line.
yeah, and what pissed me off the fucking most was they kept saying well, you have to verify your account, or if you forgot your information for your account, there's nothing. I was like, no, you keep saying this word, your account, and if you forgot, motherfucker, I didn't forget shit. That account is not me. Like, your whatever system you have doesn't work here. Like, there's a flaw here where someone stole my information on their account, and you're asking me to verify their information. They're like, okay, can you verify the credit card and 2 games you purchased and the date you purchased them and the birthday? I'm like, motherfucker, how am I supposed to know the information on someone else's account that where they stole my information? It's like your system doesn't fucking work. Yet they have to follow this fucking procedure in their scripts, and they're just saying the same shit over and over. And I'm like, you understand that what you're asking is impossible, right? It's impossible for me to verify information that's not mine. It was the most frustrated I've ever been in my fucking life. So like after I talked to like 10 fucking people, at that point I didn't even care about my account anymore. It was the fucking system that needed to change. And I'm like, can someone go off script for 1 second? Just 1 second, go off script. Be a fucking human being, and you tell me how this makes sense. Like, how the fuck am I supposed to verify information that's not mine?
Oh my god!
And like, no one would be a fucking human for like any amount of time. Like, I'm like, you like, someone needs to like go up the tape. You're working for a company. You're following a procedure that's fucked. Like, I don't understand how someone can work for a company or like do any kind of customer service where your fucking shit is broken. Obviously, you need to be like speak up for your company, for the consumer, and say, hey, this what we're doing for our customers doesn't work. Like, I just wanted someone to admit to me that they, like, you know what, sir, you're right. This system doesn't make sense, or something. Like, I just wanted someone to go off script for a second and just like be a human being with me for a second, and no one did, which is fucking insane. They kept saying like,
Weird
"Oh,
to me that there's no like fraud procedure. Like
yeah," because
it's so weird. There's no fraud procedure for something like that.
they were able to steal my account without any of this verification. But for some reason, when the rightful owner comes to claim his account, I have to go through all these procedures. Where were the procedures when he stole my shit? So like, they also kept saying like, oh, we've got like, if you want feedback, if you want us to change the system, you can just go on our forums and go to eaanswers.com. And I'm like, no, asshole, have you been there? Because fucking everyone who has this issue is getting fed the same fucking procedure shit. He's like, well, we've got a procedure set up for this. It's just call this number and then they'll, we got a procedure. Like, the procedure doesn't work. That's the fucking problem. It's the procedure. Everyone who has this issue has it within the last month, because this EA Play shit is new. So everyone's running into this issue for the first time.
It's so frustrating. Goddamn. Just
So
goddamn.
I was literally like, I called them over and over again, like just fucking over and over and over. And I think finally they got like fed up with me and gave me someone who like did go off script. Like, shouts out to that guy. At least a little bit, he went off script and was like, okay, I'm gonna write all this down. I'm gonna let the guys above us know, because we don't really handle this stuff. We're just we have to follow the script. And I was like, yeah, I know you have to follow the script. Like, it's broken, it's busted, so fix it. Basically, for the rest of my life, I'm never going to be able to do anything with my Xbox and EA account, because it's locked to this other guy's account forever, because their procedure is fucked up, basically, is the problem. So
Hopefully, because this is a new thing, so I'm hoping enough people are gonna call in and they're gonna have this issue. I'm hoping, and that'll convince them.
maybe, or they'll just keep fucking being like, well, if you can't verify your information, like, that's what pissed me off the most. They were like, well, your account it's like, not my fucking account. I didn't forget shit. They're like, well, sometimes, you made the account like a very long time ago, and sometimes people forget or they use their friend's account. I'm like, motherfucker, I know what the fuck I'm doing, okay? Like, oh, I was so frustrated. They was treating me like a fucking dumbass. I'm like, I'm not an idiot.
I hate that shit. I hate that shit, dude. I hate that shifting of blame. I can deal with like, we have this procedure we got to go through, but that, sir, if you can't verify your information, like, no, I didn't fuck this up. Like, I hate that shit. I hate that shit.
I also looked at like, because they were like, can you verify like the date you like bought EA games or whatever? Like, I don't fucking know. The only thing I could verify on that other account is when they made those purchases on my account, but that would have went through Microsoft. That wouldn't have gone through EA, so I don't even think they would be able to like verify that. But if I go through, so here's all my purchase history on my Xbox Live account, which you can see. So like, it's all Phantasy Star. It's all Phantasy Star Universe subscriptions for like years until Xbox One came out. But this is where they bought my this is where they purchased a bunch of like Ultimate Team shit. Like $50, $20, $20, $20, $5, all on January 7th. So I'm like, I can verify that they bought this shit on my account. Is that enough to verify that fucking that's not me? And they were like, well, we can't actually see anything until you verify the email address. I was like, fuck you guys. Fuck you assholes, man. Like, it's so fucked up. It's so
Oh my
fucked up.
god. That is, god damn it. God damn it. I'm like getting mad hearing this. Christ. As someone who had to like deal with a bullshit process, I feel your pain. Like that, like again, like I talked last week, that shit with my couch, dude. Like
Yeah.
all fucking week. They're just following procedure and it would fuck it up every time for the next person I talk to. Oh
Yeah.
god.
So I don't know. I want to play some Knockout City. I wanted to check it out, but I could buy it, but I'm not going to.
Don't.
Um,
Principle.
like,
Don't buy it.
yeah, because this shit is fucked. Um, yeah, I don't know. I bet like they're not gonna change anything unless like people cause a fucking ruckus about this. But I don't know if this like affects many people. Like, I don't know if this is like a really widespread thing. So, uh, I'm probably never gonna be able to use that account. So, it's yeah. So that's I also played um I played a little bit of the Wild at Heart,
Oh yeah, you're telling me about that.
which is also on Game Pass. But I haven't played enough of it. It's like it's interesting because it's like Pikmin,
Yeah?
but uh it's like Pikmin and a little bit of like Overlord. You ever remember that game?
I played it for like a little bit.
Like you get
My
these
buddy, I loaned my buddy my copy of Metal Gear Solid 4. He loaned me his copy of Overlord, and it was worst trade deal ever.
uh you get these
Right
like
back in
little you get these little guys called spritelings, and like you toss them around and then they'll like fight for you and they'll like pick stuff up and move stuff and interact with the world for you. You've also got, it's also like a little bit of Luigi's Mansion because you also have this like vacuum cleaner or like a leaf
What?
blower or something that you use to like suck stuff in. Um, it's really
So we got
interesting.
like we got a hybrid of like Pikmin, Overlord, and Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah, it's really interesting, but I haven't played enough of it, so
Yeah.
I'm not gonna really talk about it yet. We're planning on doing like a little quick look of it on Tuesday, so
Yep. That'll be
that'll
fun.
be yeah. But that's it. Also, I got my Switch working again,
Yeah.
uh, which is exciting. I had to like update a bunch of shit, and the only thing I played, the first thing I did was put Picross S6 on it and played a bunch of Picross. That's it. That's all I did on that. So
That's good shit. I like Picross.
it's great. It's a great puzzle game. I love it. So very relaxing and good.
Now that
So
your Switch is working, gonna go down like some of that backlog, pick up new Hyrule
Zelda,
Warriors or
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. I got to get all that stuff. Need to find out when that Taiko Drumbeat Adventure RPG comes out. Because that is like exciting in a way that is crazy. Like I love when genres mash like that. Which there's another one later in the show that we're gonna talk about as well. But
Yeah.
yeah,
It sounds cool. Like when I first heard about it, I thought it was like another Tycho game. I didn't know it was like this like RPG. It was this like RPG rhythm game. That sounds cool as fuck.
yeah. So that's all I've been playing. What about what about you? WBY.
So I am still playing Mass Effect. I actually just like last night, I just finished Mass Effect 1 and I jumped into Mass Effect 2. I'm still in the first like hour of it. The Legendary Edition still good. even Mass Effect 2, I'm seeing like the improvements, the texture quality, lighting. It all looks so good. Seriously, best way to play this game. If you haven't picked up Mass Effect Legendary Edition yet, go pick it up. It's the best way to play it. $60. You get all 3 games. That's $20 a game. Definitely worth it. Um, I haven't been playing much other than that. I did see that Baldur's Gate Dark Alliance just dropped on the Switch. I guess that port took a little while to get going.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the
From what
older
I
like
know about
PS2
that,
Baldur's Gate.
it's like
Yeah.
it's pretty much like a direct port. They didn't really go through great lengths to try to update much of that game, so it's like mostly that game.
And so that's what's kind of because I played it a bit when I was younger, and I like me some D&D. I know it's not like it's like a Diablo clone, but I love me some Diablo clones too. So I'm like debating, like, do I want to pick this up? It's like $30. So I'm like, is it worth it? I got like a ten
30 bucks
dollar.
is like steep.
Yeah, it is. I got like a $10 rewards thing though, so it's only gonna be $20 out of pocket for me. So I'm like, do I want it? Do I want it? I'm like debating, but I'm still playing Mass Effect. So I'm like, you know what? I'm still playing Mass Effect. I don't have a reason to pick it up. Maybe when I'm done with Mass Effect and it drops down in price or something, I'll go check it out. Other than that, I haven't really been playing a lot, just Mass Effect, and it's still fucking solid, dude. Everyone should go play it. Um, I've just been busy with all this move shit. Wife and I got a Sam's Club card, so that's cool. I'm being an adult.
Very nice. Buy in bulk.
Yep. Buying in bulk. I got a bunch of groceries to last us like the next month, so that's awesome. Other than that, though, dude, my life's been boring, man. We're still dealing with this move shit. We're still unpacking stuff, so that's been taking up a lot of our time.
Do you have you were excited about that like office room that you would have. Is that like set up yet?
For the most part, I got the necessity set up. So like I got 2 desks in here. I got my play desk is what I call it. That's where my gaming rig set up to. And immediate like right behind on the other side of the room, I have my work desk where I work from home.
Nice.
So that stuff's set up. I still got to set up like my collectibles and stuff, get those looking all nice. I have a couple boxes here of like games and stuff I need to unpack. I need to probably need to buy a shelf for that. But I'm excited, dude. I got this room now where it's all enclosed. So back at my last place, my gaming desktop where I would do the podcast stuff was in the living room, shared space with me and my wife. So it would kind of suck because like I'd be like, cool, I'm doing my podcast. You got to go watch TV in the bedroom or go do something else. She was in the living
Oh,
room. So one thing that's great about this is that I have my own separate space now. She can do whatever she wants around the apartment. And now that I'm like separated from that, I could actually dedicate more time to. I could expect myself to start streaming more because now I have this separate space. I don't have to worry about interrupting what my wife's doing or interrupting what I'm doing. So expect in the future to see more streams coming from me, maybe some more content coming directly from me
very
outside of just the
nice.
podcast. Plus, I think the sound is good. It's a carpeted space, so I don't know if you guys notice a difference, but I think it sounds a little bit better here than it was back in my old place.
Yeah,
Maybe
definitely.
it's just me. But yeah, dude, it's dope. I love it so far. That's been it for me though. I haven't been doing too much crazy, but you know what is crazy? Perfect segue here. Free
Nice.
Radical is returning to create a new Time Splitters game. Like what? What?
So like this is crazy because I know they've been trying to do this for like a while
Yes.
and it's
Yes.
just not they've not been able to do it. And then they got like bought by I forgot who bought them, but
Deep
like
Silver, right?
Deep Silver. I think Deep Silver is like under someone too, and then like I think they're also under Crytek as well. Well, not under, but they're like next to Crytek.
Yeah, the
Um,
ownership for Time Splitters like is fucking ridiculous because
yeah.
it's been bounced around so many times.
So yeah, Deep Silver came out and just put this like post on Twitter It said, "You asked and we listened. We have been working on plans to bring the Time Splitters franchise back to life and are pleased to let you know that we are setting up a new Deep Silver development studio to do just that. Free Radical Design is reforming and will be headed up by industry and Time Splitters veterans Steam Ellis and David Doak. This is an exciting first step in the process. Development on a new game is not started, and we will update you when we have more news to share."
I would love it if the Time Splitters games got a Crash remastered treatment and they just redid all the games, completely
Uh,
remade them with better graphics, better controls for modern systems to get
I wouldn't
people
be
kind of caught up.
surprised. Deep Silver, they've done a lot of remaster. They just put out that Saints Row remaster. Um,
Yeah.
like they've been doing remasters, so I wouldn't be
This is a
surprised if
bit
they did
farther
that.
back though. Like the Kingdom, like I said, the Saints Row remaster looks good. Don't get me wrong, but Saints Row the third came out like what 2012, 2013. The first Time Splitters came out in like 2000, dude, and
Yeah.
that was
So
back when FPSs played like GoldenEye. So not great.
yeah. So I have never played not just Time Splitters, but the only free radical game that I'm familiar with is fucking Haze. uh and that game fucking sucks. So like I have no like attachment to free radical or time splitters at all. So I would love if they put out a remaster so that I could experience. I mean, I have them on like PS2 anyway, like an emulator. So I could go back if I wanted to, but I would love if they gave it like a modern touch a little bit.
There are some mods I saw someone put out to like tweak the graphics a little bit and change the control system to feel more traditional. And apparently, like that feels pretty good, but I've never played that. I played Time Splitters 1 and 2 back in the day, but I think there's 4 games, right? There's 4 Time Splitters games. I don't think I never played 3 or 4.
I think there's three.
I think there's 3. Hold
The
on, give me
third
one
one
moment.
is called Future something. The third one wasn't Time Splitters 3. It was like Future something, I think. But I could be wrong. I don't know shit about Time Splitters, so maybe I shouldn't say shit. But
Yep, it's 1, 2, and 3. 4 is like the one they've been trying to get off the ground.
okay.
I've played 1 and 2. 2 was fucking dope. I love 2. I remember playing the fuck out of 2 with like my cousin. We would sit around, take turns every time we died. Like I really liked 2. Don't remember 1 too well, but I remember 2, and I liked it a lot.
You remember co-op shooters? Remember when you can like do split screen in a shooter?
I remember that.
Remember those
Oh,
days? Shit.
God, that was some shit, dude.
You ever
And
played
Time
Brute
Splitters was
Force?
built with like I did play Brute Force. I fucking love Brute Force. Nobody else liked that game, but like me and my family, and I was so
Dude,
disappointed that it didn't
that
sell
game is
well.
fucking awesome, dude.
Oh man, I want to go back and replay it. Do I still have my copy of Brute Force? I gotta look around a little bit.
I was
I
gonna
might
buy an
still have it.
Xbox. There's a little like retro game store right down the road for me, and
Yeah.
I asked him like, okay, what do I need to buy to play an Xbox original on modern hardware?
It depends on
And
the original. Like the Xbox 360 can play some Xbox original games, and
oh
the
yeah,
Xbox One can
oh
too, and I
yeah,
think it can remaster some of them.
yeah, and the Series. I forgot about that actually, because I would buy a Series S just to play Brute Force on it.
And what's cool with the Series S is that like it upscales some of those games. Like if I remember
Yeah,
correctly, and someone correct me if I'm wrong, like it downloads the game to your hard drive. So all it does is check the disk to make sure you own it and then lets you play it.
yeah,
And it upscales it to 1080p. So like Jade Empire is one that like looks really good on Xbox Series S. It's like the best way to play it right now.
well, that game's on
And people are
PC.
yeah. I got it on PC too, but some people are telling me that playing it upscaled on the Xbox One S is better than the PC version. I haven't tried it yet though. But that's something like that's what's convinced me to like get an Xbox Series S. Like if I can get one just to play those old games and Rare Replay because that's not on PC yet for some fucking
Yep,
reason.
yep. Well, they are doing the like cloud thing which I don't know if I talked about that yet. I did try their cloud. They've got like a little beta for the cloud streaming on PC. Um
Yes, you did talk about that. Oh, not on PC. You said you're doing it on mobile, and you said it was
oh
kind of laggy.
yeah, so I did some okay, so I did some A B comparisons between the Xbox cloud service and some of the other cloud services. And I gotta say, Xbox is probably the worst.
Yeah, well,
uh like for all the like I'm glad they're doing that work, but I loaded up Nvidia's streaming thing, and oh my god, dude, it's so much fucking better. Like it's like night and day how good Nvidia's is compared to how bad the Xbox One is. Like I played Enter the Gungeon on the Nvidia one, and you're
ooh,
thinking
that's
like
an
a game
intense
like yeah,
gameplay.
a game like
Yeah,
that, like you need the accuracy, like the latency has to be spot on. And I didn't notice any fucking latency, dude. It was like perfect. Uh Whereas on Xbox, like there's a very, very noticeable lag. Very noticeable.
yeah.
Um so I'm hoping they can iron that out because yeah, they do have those old Xbox games on there. Like Perfect Dark Remaster is on there, and like the Banjo Kazooie shit is on there. Um, yeah, that would be a good way to do those games if the fucking service was better.
I gotta check that out. Like, I'm, I don't think I want to wait for the service to get better. I might just bite the bullet and buy like an Xbox One. Like now that the new the Series S and the Series X are out, I wonder if like standard Xbox One hardware is like dropped in price a bit. Probably not, because no one
Yeah,
can get a hold of the new systems.
yeah, probably more expensive.
That's such a bummer. Yeah, an Xbox One S is like $300 though. Mm.
Nice,
500 gigs like 240.
gross.
But why would I do that? But yeah, so that's Time Splitters. That's coming. That's getting worked on right now. Again, fingers. I really, really hope they do some sort of like remaster. Like the games have been out of the public eye long enough that they can't just drop Time Splitters 4 and call it a day. I think that they need to like remaster those first couple games to get public interest back if they want to release a fourth game. Um, we also got to look at some games that are coming to Game Pass. So it's those of you who don't know, we love Game Pass here. We are
Yes,
not funded by Microsoft at all. So this is completely true when I personally say Game Pass is probably one of the best deals ever for gaming.
yep,
Very cheap subscription. You get all these games. They just updated the PC with EA Play, like we talked about earlier. So all these EA games are available now on Game Pass. Fucking all the Dead Space games are available on Game Pass. Knockout City just dropped on that too. I just checked Resident Evil 7's on there, so there's a ton of shit. But we just got some new games dropping. We got Snow Runner dropping for cloud console and PC. That's available now. Peggle 2 is available now on their cloud service. Plants vs. Zombies Battle for Neighborville is available on cloud. Side note, why are all the Plants vs. Zombies games like these weird like competitive shooters now? Like what's wrong with tower defense games? I liked Plants vs Zombies, man. Why they gotta go fuck it up?
yeah.
Um,
I actually think it's pretty clever. Like
I think
to
so.
take like well the concept is pretty clever, and like I have you ever played these ones?
I have it.
They're really good. They're really good
Yeah,
games. Yeah.
I think Garden Warfare was free on PlayStation Plus like years ago, and I never played it.
Yeah. They're
But if you
really
think it's good,
fun
I might check it out. Then they're probably like maybe some of the older ones are on EA Pass. I might try it.
because like
Um,
all the classes in the tower defense game they re-envisioned for like a third person shooter. Um
and
and
it's
it's
a pretty
just
good transition.
yeah, it's pretty genius.
Yeah, all right, I might
It
check it out.
works very well.
I might check it out then.
And it's super
Um,
casual. It's not like there's not a bunch of tryhards on there trying to like, oh, it's your KD, bro. Like it's like a super casual, just fun third person shooter competitive game. It's really fun. Yeah.
it's good to hear then. So that's available on cloud if you want to go play it. We got Secret Neighbor that's also available now on PC. The Catch Carp and Course Fishing is available on cloud, console, and PC.
Finally.
Oh, was that a bit, or have you actually like heard of this game before?
No, dude, it has 35 species you can hunt.
Are you serious?
Yeah, dude.
What? I've never heard of this game before.
No, I'm just reading the little blurb they put.
Oh shit! I
I
thought
don't
you were
know.
like legit excited for it. I was like, is this
I don't know what
like
the
a
fuck that is.
dude? I don't know, man. Like fucking, it didn't like Ice Truck Simulator drop a little while ago, and people were like legit excited for that. So I don't know, man. I don't know what's popular anymore. Wild at Heart, which we talked about earlier, that's available now. Knockout City is available now if you can get your shit working.
Yeah.
Maneater, I didn't know that was coming. That's dropping May 25th for cloud, console, and
Yeah.
PC. I never got a chance to play Maneater. I've heard a lot of good things about it. It's the those of you who don't know, it's the Shark RPG,
Yeah,
which looks
featuring Nelly Furtado and Hall and Oates.
holy shit, really? I was like, what are you talking about?
Maneater.
Oh, the fucking song. Okay, I was like, what are you
Yeah.
talking about? I'm fucking dumb. We also got Conan Exiles that's dropping May 27th for cloud and console, and it is getting optimized for Xbox Series X and S.
This game sucks.
Conan Exiles, yeah, it does. I don't know why that's
Um,
still around.
man, I mean, there are people who love this game, but boy,
Don't
you
know why. Don't
really,
know why.
you really gotta. I mean, there's some cool stuff about it. It does like the Breath of the Wild thing where you just climb on anything. It does that, which is cool. Uh,
Yeah,
but
Dick Slider, so like that's cool too.
yeah, it does have a dick and tit slider. Um, but everything else is just like the combat fucking sucks, dude. That game is just bad.
That's what I heard. I mean, it's there, so if you want to try it on console and be disappointed without having to drop any money on it, there you go.
Yeah.
This one surprised me. Fusion Frenzy is dropping on cloud May 27th. When was the last time anybody talked about Fusion Frenzy?
It's Bill Gates' favorite game.
Is this a bit? Is it really?
No, it really is.
You're fucking with me. It is
No,
not.
he said it. He said it like I like one E3 they brought him on stage and he was like, "Yeah, I love Fusion Frenzy." I think that was it. I could be wrong. I could be misremembering. I'm pretty sure that was it.
I'm looking that up right now. But in the meantime, those of you who don't know, Fusion Frenzy is like a mini game collection. Imagine like Mario Party without like the board game stuff, and that's Fusion Frenzy.
Yeah.
Um, and it's got this weird like post-apocalyptic like cyberpunk like look to it, which was like really big, like early 2000s, that early 2000s attitude look.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that's dropping on cloud May 27th. We got a Joyride Turbo also dropping on cloud May 27th. Mech Warrior 5 is dropping on console May 27th. Slime Rancher is dropping on PC May 27th. I've heard some good things about Slime Rancher. I've actually I've really wanted to play that game. So now that that's coming out, that might be worth looking into. Um, we also have Solasta, Crown of the Magister, that's dropping on PC May 27th.
That looks like a
That's
Diablo
actually
game.
that's actually a game I've heard of. I've actually heard of this one before, and it's a turn-based tactical RPG.
Oh, I'm out.
But it looks fucking gangster. Like it's got a really cool like environmental effects. So, like the environment can really impact like how you play. You can knock people off of ledges, drop stuff on top of them. And plus graphic, it looks pretty good. I like the way it looks. Um, I think it's interesting. It takes a lot of inspiration from Diablo, from Dungeons and Dragons. So you'll have things like death saves and rolls to avoid attacks. But
Mm,
it's really cool. I've wanted to check this out for a while, so I'll probably be playing that when that drops. Might stream it. You know, that'll be cool if I get my shit
yeah.
set up. We got Spellforce 3 Soul Harvest. That's also dropping May 27th. I think that one's a Diablo clone, or it's a tower defense game. No, it's an
Uh,
RTS. I was way off.
nice.
Which I mean, it's popular. That's why there's three games, man. Like people like these games. I've heard some good things about them. I'm
Sure.
not an RTS fan, so it's not my cup of tea. But I've heard a lot of good things about this game. If it's coming out on Game Pass, I might try it. Fuck it, I don't have anything to lose but my time. I'll give
Yeah.
it a shot. But yeah, I'll definitely be looking at Solasta when that drops. I want to check that out a lot, and I might fuck it. I might just download. I might get the cloud membership to try out Fusion Frenzy. I haven't played that game since I was like 11.
Well, the cloud it's included with Game Pass Ultimate.
Well, I have Game Pass PC, so I might have to upgrade to
Oh,
Ultimate and try it. I just can't justify getting Game Pass Ultimate. I might
I look,
if I
man.
if, yeah.
Don't. I will tell you after having tried the cloud stuff, it's not worth
At
the
all.
Ultimate. Yeah, unless
It
they.
might be worth. I kind of want to get it if I get an Xbox One, just so I have like that clouds, the not the cloud, the console stuff too.
Yeah,
I might try it for that, but I'll have to get an Xbox One, and that's a ways away. And I might upgrade my computer before I buy an Xbox One, if I'm being honest. Um,
yeah. They've got to like drastically update that. The latency is the issue. They have to really update that, or it's just not. It's the competition is so much better in that regard.
yeah.
Even like Stadia is way better. Like Nvidia's service is way better. From what I remember of PlayStation Now, even that's better in terms of latency. So
Hopefully, we
it's
can get something for that soon. Like they can't keep it shitty forever. So I
yeah.
hope they can't.
I don't know. You'd be surprised.
All jokes aside, though, Microsoft, they were the bad guy in the start of the last console generation, but they've been doing a lot of like pro consumer stuff that I really respect.
Yeah, I like that they're
So that's
doing
why.
it.
Yeah, me too. I like that they're doing it too. I've been a PlayStation guy forever, but Xbox is doing some shit that I'm like, you know what, man? Maybe going to the dark side isn't be a bad idea. I say joking, but I mean, come on, like PlayStation has much better exclusives, but Xbox is just so consumer friendly. It's hard to like look at the two of them in a vacuum like that.
Yeah.
We did get a look at some more news. Last of Us 2 is getting a performance patch for PS5. I'm kind of surprised it's happening now. I would have thought it would have happened sooner, but apparently they're going to be targeting 60 FPS on PS5 now. So that's
This
really
is this is
cool.
out. This is out now already.
It's out now. Okay.
Yeah. So it looks good. I mean, the game already looked good, but when you get that
Yeah.
frame rate combined with the visuals, it's just even better. Um,
Oh yeah, dude. Like this game was we talked about it a lot. So if you guys want to hear more about it, we did do a discussion podcast last year talking about Last of Us 2. And graphically speaking, it's a really impressive game. And I can't wait to see what PS5 players get to experience because you can watch these videos on YouTube, but that compression though, man, like that's not doing it justice. This game is
yeah.
fucking beautiful.
Um,
I can't wait to see it.
yeah, this game is good. I still, man, it's a bummer. It's both like like the love hate relationship with this game is like real, dude.
Dude,
Um,
same. I feel the same way. Like I really liked it when it came out. I talked a lot about the story. I said this on our show. I love the story for that game. It's just the stuff around it. Like the gameplay was more or less what I've seen before. I didn't really do anything different gameplay wise. Once I beat the game and finished the story, I had no desire to go back and replay it. But that's a discussion for another day. But yeah, the
yeah.
love hate relationship is real for me, at least.
but it's definitely worth playing through. Since
Yes.
I would have rather they. I mean, they're talking about like The Last of Us 3, and I'm like, come on, like this one didn't need to be made. Definitely don't need a third one. Uh, but like, if money dictates anything, they're gonna make a third one. So, but
I wouldn't mind more stuff in the Last of Us universe. I wouldn't
I
mind
wouldn't
that.
mind it in the universe, definitely. But this
I,
story needs
yeah,
to
this story's
stop.
done. The story's
Like,
done.
yeah,
Like Ellie's thing, that's done. Like, give me some more shit. What they should do, because everyone loves the fucking multiplayer, they should just drop like a free to play like Last of Us multiplayer game. I think that'll get people excited. Because I know a lot of people were upset multiplayer wasn't in Last of Us 2, right? So
yeah.
that'll
Which
be
I they're
cool to get
still.
people.
Did they say they were working on that or I don't
If they
remember.
did, I don't remember it.
Yeah, cause yeah, definitely the multiplayer was like really unique in that original game.
I played it for a little bit when the first game dropped, and
Yeah.
my brothers like played it for years afterward. Like
The
they were
the
playing it, they would still play it occasionally, like up until Last of Us 2 came out. Like it was insane.
the thing I love about that multiplayer is that it put the mechanics that exist in the single player, it recontextualizes them in
Oh
the
yeah.
multiplayer environment because now all of a sudden everything's real time and there's actual real danger that you have to take the time out and craft these bandages or craft more arrows while motherfuckers are actually hunting you and like surrounding
Yeah,
you and
dude.
shit. Um it was a sense of
It's
urgency.
absolutely insane. It's absolutely insane. I've watched my brother play. And this was like years after like the game had come out. And it was fucking incredible, dude.
Yeah.
Watching because anyone who's still playing is like a high level player. Like these guys have been playing it for years, know all the maps, know all the tricks, and it is fucking insane. I have seen some gameplay that have made my jaw drop. It looks incredible.
Yeah.
The fact I would argue that could be an esport if Sony played their cards right and Naughty Dog developed something exclusively just to be a multiplayer esport, I think they can pull it off with that design. I really think so.
Yeah.
I really, really think so. And I would love to see Sony do something like that. It'll probably never happen. We'll probably get a Last of Us 3 that'll get us some more information we didn't need to know about Ellie, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Well, that TV that HBO series is being made, so it's already more than it needs, but whatever.
I agree. I don't think Last of Us needed a show. Like, what's it gonna do different from the game? The game was already practically a fucking movie. Like, what are you gonna do different
Yeah.
other
But
than like change the race of the characters to be more progressive?
there's people I've talked to that which this is kind of going off on a little tangent, but there's people I talk to that don't understand that video games have like story and they don't see them as like an art form. They see it as just like, oh, a little time waster. Uh, and like it sucks. It sucks that people still don't see video games as the art form that it is.
Yeah, I agree.
So like the first time they'll ever hear anything about The Last of Us is when it's inevitably fucking blows up on HBO because let's be honest, the story there is great. Uh, like if there's nothing else you take away from that game, it's the story that sticks with you. Um, so like making it into an HBO series only makes sense if they do it right, of course. But
Yeah, and it's not like we haven't seen stuff like this before. I mean, The Witcher got a series on Netflix, and that's doing pretty well. A lot of people are excited for that. Um, Even before that, Castlevania got like a series on Netflix, and that's doing really well.
yeah,
So, like, I think we've hit this point where like the stigma around like video game stories, it's still there. People won't play a video game to get the story, but they'll watch like the show that gets adapted from it.
yeah.
So I think you're right; it'll do well too. Um, we also got GTA 5 is coming to PS5 and Xbox Series X November 11th. That game just
It's impressive, man.
it's
Spans
impressive.
3 generations of consoles.
Yeah, dude, it is impressive. I saw this meme on Reddit where someone was like, the game I grew up with, GTA 5, the game kids nowadays grew up with, GTA 5.
Yeah.
And it's funny to me that's so true. Like,
Though I mean, I didn't really grow up with this game. Like it was more like Vice City
yeah.
and mostly Vice City for me. But
Keep in mind though, let's put something into perspective here. When did Grand Theft Auto 5 come out? It came out like 2013.
um, maybe.
Yeah, so that game's like, 9 years old. Let's say you were it's totally possible. Let's say you were 13, when that game came out.
Yeah.
Totally possible. You could have liked that game, could have grown up, quote unquote, with that game. And let's say, you got like a little cousin, a little brother who was like 7 when that game came out. They'll probably playing it on their like PlayStation 5 now that they're like 13, 14. So, it's not outside the realm of possibility. But it's insane to me the longevity of that game. I am very impressed how long that game has lasted.
Well, it's mostly
And
like the GTA Online stuff
yeah,
now. It's like
it
a
is.
completely different thing once you hop online. I don't know what that shit's like now. I kind of want to like load this up at some point and just see what's going on in the GTA Online because you got like
Insane.
there's two different segments of people. There's people who actually play GTA Online, and then there's the people who like do the role playing shit, and like that's its whole other thing.
Yeah.
Uh, and yeah, I'm just super curious as to what do people do in GTA Online, and to a lesser extent like Red Dead Online, which they're trying to kind of do stuff with, but I don't think Red Dead is gonna have the same legs as
I don't
GTA
think so,
because
dude. I think
they're
GTA has too big an audience right now. Like they'll be cannibalizing their own audience. They try to split
yeah,
up like
not just the audience, but also just like Red Dead, you can't really get as crazy with like
yeah.
you can't really have hovercrafts and unless you turn your horse into like, oh, it's a hover armored horse or something like that. I mean, Pegasus and or some shit. I don't know, but I don't think they're getting as crazy in Red Dead as like here in GTA. They're adding what the
Yeah.
fuck, like some Tron shit and like some Hot Wheels type shit, like zombie. Well, you can do zombies in Red Dead, I guess, but
I don't know why Undead Nightmare is not a thing for this new Red Dead game. I'm just throwing that out there. Undead Nightmare was fucking great, dude.
yeah, yeah.
Like, I liked it more in the main game. Putting that out there. I don't know why it's not a thing for this new Red Dead, but whatever. Um, but yeah, it surprises me the longevity of this game, and fucking when they drop it on PS5 and Xbox Series X, I can't wait to see what other shit they do with that. Like what performance enhancements we'll get with it, if any.
Yeah.
Um, we also got to look that Metro Exodus Enhanced Edition is getting full DualSense support on PC, so that's fucking cool.
Yeah,
Um,
that exciting.
yeah, dude. I would love to see more games get that. Like, cause now I think DualSense is a really cool idea. I just don't have a PS5 to like really enjoy it or to try it. Now that we're getting it on PC support, I hope other developers see that. I might go out and buy a PlayStation DualSense controller now just so I can get that experience. And if it's
Yeah.
good enough, I might have to shelve my Xbox Elite controller if it's good enough.
I don't think I do that. That's a little far
Yeah,
for
you think
me.
so?
I fucking love this Elite
Really?
controller. You combine it
I
with
love it too, man. I love it too,
re
man. But if DualSense is the game changer everyone says it is,
but it
then
would
I
have
might I
to it
might
needs the
look into
support
it.
though.
Yes, it
Like
needs support. That's why if it
it's
gets the
good to
support,
know
I'll
it's
definitely
good to
do it.
know that it works on PC. Good to know
Yeah.
that developers, if they choose to, they can support it on PC, but now we need them to actually support it. So It's exciting. I do want one of these controllers. I just prefer the feel of the PlayStation controller, especially the D-pad. Um, and like the buttons are a lot bigger and shit like that.
Yeah.
But uh, yeah, I just want that like support. I love the back triggers on the Elite controller is a game changer for
Oh
me
yeah,
because
dude. Yeah, dude. Same.
I can map those to whatever. I use re WASD, re WASD, and you can map those to like different macros and all kinds of stuff that I just like extra buttons. So,
Dude,
um,
same. Like, I just love. That's what my favorite thing about like PC gaming. You can play however you want. You know,
yeah, yeah,
it's your prerogative how you want to play, and I love that. I love that. I love that my games let me. I love having that freedom to play however I want, and hopefully, DualSense is the big game changer everyone says it is, and we get some more support on that on PC.
yeah.
Um, we also got to look at a Gears of War 3 PS3 build. I didn't know this existed. Nobody knew this existed.
Well, actually, so this has
Well,
been like
actually,
floating around for like the past like decade.
yeah,
Um, yeah, so I guess they were working on like around the time like Unreal Tournament 3 came out. They were working on porting like the entire Gears franchise, I think, to PS3. But whatever happened, it never worked out. So there were just these prototypes that were floating around, and so this video we're watching, well, okay, they put this up 2020, but you can see this build is from 2011. Um, so like it's been floating around for quite some time, but
yeah.
the guy that was working on this finally decided to release it in a somewhat playable state. So that's on archive.org. You can just go on over there and just download it and play around with it. Um,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
impressive. Like it looks like a pretty decent port. Like I don't see anything. I haven't played Gears of War on the original hardware in forever, but I'm not seeing too much different from that and the original Xbox.
yeah,
It's a shame we never got it. I mean, what would it really have changed? I guess if we did get it, I don't think it would have changed anything.
yeah. Well, uh, the argument could be made that you could just see PS3 had free to play online, so that was a big deciding factor in like what games that. Well, it was a huge deciding factor because I just did not play games on Xbox because of it. Um, um, so like I would have gotten this on PS3 just to play it online for free,
That's true. I guess a lot of people have probably done the same thing.
and this is a big competitive game, so
Yeah, I didn't think about it that way. I mean, it's a shame we never got it. I guess we'll never know what would have happened if
yeah.
we got Gears on PS3. We also got some trailers to look at. We got a trailer of Phantom's Abyss. That's dropping on Steam Early Access June
So
2021.
this game is fucking insane. This is fucking
Yeah.
insane.
Yeah, I didn't know what I was looking at. I'm like, what is this? Like,
I had somewhat of an idea of like where it was going to go, but I didn't know exactly. I was like, okay, zoom out and let's see the 30 other players that are in this. But it's not quite that. It's imagine like Fall Guys, but everyone's running like it's just one map and it's one big ass map, and whoever gets to the end first. Well, from what they said, whoever gets to the end first wins the game, and then that's it. There's only one winner ever, is what I guess is what they said. So everyone who runs the map, you see their shadow, you see what they did and where they failed,
yeah,
and and then you can see like, okay, so here's what they did and here's where they failed, so here's what I have to avoid, or but you're not running it all at the same time. It's basically the shadow of their previous run, kind of like in Dark Souls when you touch like the ghost, it shows you how they died. Kind of that's what this is. Um, but it's like some Indiana Jones style temple run shit where there's a bunch of traps and shit and boulders and you have a whip that you can like attach to shit and like swing around
It
and
looks cool, dude. It looks like a lot of fun.
yeah,
It looks fun.
it's
It
fucking
looks fun.
awesome. But then at
Yeah.
the end of this, they said that there's only one winner ever, I think.
Players will be given a choice to grab a relic, freeing some phantoms and earning new whips,
And I like
or
that.
delving deeper
I like that a
into
lot.
more treacherous territory.
I think this will scratch that itch that Fall Guys was trying to scratch, but in a way that is more how can I word it? A way that's more intense. It looks like it has some more thought behind it.
Yeah, and it's another Devolver game, so
Yeah.
they're gonna be making bank, dude. Like they're gonna be doing
Dude, I
very well.
yeah, they are. I love me some Devolver, man. Anything they put out, I pay attention to. I
Yeah,
don't get everything they put out, but I pay attention to everything they put out. Um, yeah, I'll have to wait and see. That's coming in June 2021 to early access. So go check it
and
out.
I love these ideas of games that where they said, like this is only gonna work once, or like remember that like horror game that just said you can only play it at this time, and if you don't show up, your character is gonna fucking die. Like I love that they're kind of playing with the idea of, yeah, you're not gonna be able to play this forever. This is it has a definite end, and whether you're there or not, it's just gonna go. Um, so yeah, I'm excited to see what comes of this. They're saying early access starts next month. So yeah, really cool stuff.
Yeah, dude. It looks really cool. I can't wait to see it. We also got to look at DLSS support for No Man's Sky.
Yes.
This game is this is if there's any redemption story that should be talked about, it's No Man's Sky, dude. Like,
Definitely. You know, a lot of people still scoff at it, like, "Huh, fuck that game." But no, they've made a comeback, dude. It's turned into the game that most people wanted. Now for me, I keep saying, I just want better, more shit to kill. I want more shit to shoot at. You know, you can get all these like gun customizations, but there's still like really nothing to shoot at. So that's what I want. I just want better combat scenarios. But most of everything else is like there, man. And this DLSS thing, DLSS is the reason to buy Nvidia over Radeon.
oh yeah,
Like this is the
better
one
graphical
thing.
fidelity, better performance.
Yeah,
I mean, to just look at this side by side, like you're getting like double the frame rate with this, just side by side. It's great.
yeah. And this is just on the 36. This is on the low tier card.
Yeah,
So I think they also said that DLSS, like a bunch more games are also supporting DLSS because we talked about it like a couple weeks ago. They added it into the Unreal Engine as a plugin. So any
yeah.
game that's made in the Unreal Engine can just add that plugin and then they have DLSS support, which is awesome. So, and I think also it's supported in VR now, both
Yeah.
DLSS and ray tracing. They showed that off a little bit. So, really cool stuff for Nvidia. Um, so if you can get your hands on a card, uh, kill someone to do it if you need to.
Sure, man. And that this looks good. And correct me if I'm wrong. No Man's Sky is on Game Pass right now, yes? Or am I making that up?
It is on Game Pass.
So there you go.
So
I might download that and check it out then. If this is like the game it should have been, I might check it out on Game Pass.
yeah,
It'd be cool to see. We also got to look at some more No Man's Sky news. The Normandy from Mass Effect is coming in a new No Man's Sky Mass Effect crossover DLC.
yeah. This is badass. They didn't
It
show
is
too
badass.
much of like they show the interior like a little bit. They showed the galaxy map.
Yeah.
But like that's like the only interior that they show.
This
Um,
looks really cool. I love again, I've said it before, man. I love me some Mass Effect. I love me some Mass Effect. So having a
yeah.
Normandy to fly around is fucking cool.
And like No Man's Sky is kind of the game that I thought Mass Effect Andromeda was going to try to do. Like I thought Andromeda was going to try to be a No Man's Sky. Like you just fly
It
around.
originally was like they were gonna have like a randomly generated galaxy you could explore and
Really?
fuck around in. Yeah, there's a lot of like documents they're trying to do that, and I can't remember what went wrong in the middle of development, but they had to scrap it.
Like I want this kind of game in every game. The
Yeah,
like it's a very like Bethesda is kind of what I imagine Starfield is gonna be. It's a
yeah,
very Bethesda like thing because no one really makes games like Bethesda where it's just here you can pick up everything, you can go into every door, you can talk to everyone. Um, like I imagined that like I thought like Destiny was gonna try to do it. Like I thought a lot of these games are going to try to be No Man's Sky after they fucked up, but yeah, not so much. So it's really cool to see them put you know a little wink wink nudge nudge from the Mass Effect here.
yep, I love it. We also got a look at Back for Blood. So you played the beta for this, right? And you liked it,
Yes,
right?
I liked it. Um, you know the beta was a little limited, but you could see that they've got something. They got something cool here. So I mean, it's basically it's Left 4 Dead. It is Left 4 Dead. So
Yep.
they're not doing much to differentiate themselves. It's Left 4 Dead. It just looks prettier, and it's just like it's Left 4 Dead for 2021. So
And
um,
got I love me some Left 4 Dead, man.
yeah,
We should stream Left 4 Dead 2 one day. We'll get together. I'll have your people call my people. We'll stream
yeah.
Left 4 Dead.
I embarrassingly have not played. I've not played Left 4 Dead as much as like I should have. I've only played
Same.
it when someone like asked me to play it. So like
Oh, same.
I've never been through all the campaigns. I've never like I don't know shit about the games other than like yeah, that's what these games
Use.
are.
Yeah. I,
But
I I played the first Left 4 Dead quite a bit. And I played through all the campaigns like to the end with my brothers.
okay.
The second one, I never finished all the campaigns in the second one. And I never played any of the expansions for it, despite the fact that I own it. So we should definitely, get together one day. Anyone in the stream want to hop in? We should definitely all get together and play Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, a little Left 4 Dead night. And those games
But
run on they'll run on a toaster
yeah, dude.
and they're
And they
like
still
cheap
look
as
pretty
fuck.
good. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, despite the fact that I don't know what Black Magic and fucking Valve worked with, those games still look pretty good. I played
Yeah.
it about a year or two ago. I rebooted Left 4 Dead 2, and I'm like, this still looks good. But yeah, Back for Blood looks incredible. If it's just more Left 4 Dead, I'm fine with it. God, this game looks so cool. We also got a look at Victoria 3 from Paradox Interactive. I've never heard of this game before
Yeah, me
this
neither.
trailer. They describe it as a society simulator where you lead your population and you lead your city through different forms of history. It looks really interesting. It kind of reminds you of like Civilizations, but a little bit more like steampunk.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think that's kind of the vibe that they're going for. I mean, it looks interesting. It's not my cup of tea, but I can see some people having fun with this.
Um,
Now, something I really want to talk about: Hot Wheels Unleashed.
yeah,
This track looks incredible. I love it's a college campus track that looks absolutely insane. I love that they're doubling, tripling, quadrupling down on the whole Hot Wheels aesthetic. And you have these tracks that go through like real life situations. I really like this a lot.
Yeah. Again, I get like it's making me want to play Revolt because that's what that game was. It was just like your RC cars and you're just driving through like real world environments, but you're like small and tiny. Um, every time I see this, it just looks even better.
Dude, same.
Um,
I remember we kind of criticized the graphics last time we saw it, and they've
yeah,
done. I don't know if I don't know if I'm tripping, but I'm seeing some improvements here, like graphically on lighting and the texturing.
yeah. I think my word is like pizzazz. It just lacks
Yeah,
some pizzazz. I think like I want to see
yeah,
some explosions and debris and shit like that. But it looks fine though. It looks good. Like they
yeah,
could release it just like this and it'd be fun.
yeah. Like there's a lot of stuff that it gets me excited when I see this, and every time I see new shit on it, I get more and more excited. I
Yeah.
cannot wait for this to come out. This looks incredible. We also got a look at the demo trailer for Scarlet Nexus. That new Japanese action RPG coming out on Xbox and Xbox exclusive. This looks cool as fuck too.
I am disappointed by what I see here.
Why? What's disappointing you?
I didn't expect what looks to be an arena fighter or like uh it just looks so limited in scope. I mean, I see hallways and I see walls and barriers. I just didn't expect just something so what looks to be so limited.
It looks
Or
more like a character action game, kind of like Devil May Cry or like Bayonetta.
it
At least
looks
that's what
like
I'm
that,
getting.
but look around, dude. They're surrounded by walls at all
That's true.
times.
That's true. I didn't even notice that, so I don't know what this is gonna look like. Maybe they're just showcasing like some things, but I don't know. I mean,
Maybe.
the
I don't
demo's out on Xbox, isn't it? I'm
yeah. So I don't have an Xbox, but
probably gonna check out some gameplay on it, then see how it plays. If it's just like an arena fighter like that's gonna humble my excitement a little bit. We'll have to wait and see.
like it looks like God Eater if you ever played that.
A little bit. I can see that. I never played it, but I know I've heard of it. We'll have to wait and see when it comes out then, or
I'm
maybe I'll
I'm
check out some
I'm
gameplay.
hoping that this is just what they're showing is the demo and the actual game is going to be bigger maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, I hope so too.
I have no idea.
Now this next game, am I pronouncing this right? On Myoji, the world?
Sure.
I don't know, dude. It's a spin-off of the Onmyoji series, which I've never heard of before.
Nope.
I've never heard of these fucking games before. Oh, excuse me, the hiccups. Like, what is this? Is this like an MMO? Is that what this is? Or
uh
PvP?
no idea. There's no actual gameplay here. But what they do with this cinematic looks badass. Looks fucking awesome. Like real like Japanese like kabuki theater setting. Um yeah. I don't know what the actual game is, but this just looks badass from the cinematic.
I'm looking at some gameplay for some of the other games, and I'm finding one that looks like a turn-based RPG.
I'm out.
Well, that's this other one. Looks like a gotcha champion turn-based RPG or something. But this is supposed to be a spin-off of these series of games, so this might be something totally different.
Maybe.
Um, yeah, I don't know anything about this game. I don't know what the fuck this is. It supports crossplay, so it's a multiplayer game at least, but
Okay,
I
okay.
don't know what it is. What the fuck is this? This is gonna bug me if I don't know what kind of game this is. The trailer doesn't show you anything.
I expected it to zoom out and then be like, you know how like mobile games they'll like have these
Yeah.
awesome sick fucking live action trailers and then it zooms out and it's this bunch of like pixels and you're like, "Oh, okay. Great." That's what I expected this to be. Like it zooms out and then like you're like highlighting units. um
So I'm putting something in the stream chat right now. So this is what like the current game looks like.
Oh wow, that opened in OBS for some reason. That's never done that before. I have to highlight it and then paste it in the
But it
browser.
looks like a I don't even know how to describe it. Like a turn-based RPG with like gotcha mechanics.
It's a mobile game.
It looks mobile. I'm not sure though. Yeah, it's free to play, but there's like a little gameplay of it, and it looks. I mean, it's not my cup of tea.
Ooh, gross.
Yeah, but this game, the world on Myoji, the world is supposed to be like a spin-off of this series of games. So I don't know what that means. What kind of game is it gonna be? I don't know anything about this game. What the fuck is this? It's gonna drive me crazy if I can't figure out what the fuck this is.
I mean, I like the Japanese setting. Um,
Yeah, me too. It looks really cool. We'll have to see when we get some more information on it because I don't know what this is. I just hope it's good. I hope it's not shitty. They even have a MOBA called Amyoji Arena, and it's got a crossover with like Demon Slayer. So this is like a
wow.
far-reaching franchise. So I don't know what the hell this game is.
Dude, the world of
Um,
mobile games is very vast and confusing. Um,
yeah,
there's just so much shit out there, and like a lot of it is extremely popular, and you would never know because it's just for this like broad audience that only exists in mobile.
yeah. And we'll have to see when this comes out. Hopefully, it's like a game, but we'll see.
Yeah.
Um. Oh God, why would you? What is this? I'm gonna try to read the Japanese name, and then I'll read the English name. We got Kiki Kai Kai Kuro Mantle no Nazu, or Pocky and Rocky Reshrined.
Pretty good.
So Pocky and Rocky, I've actually heard of these games before.
Yeah, so this is a Super Nintendo game
Yeah.
that I really enjoyed. I used to play this with my older brother back in
Oh
the
yeah.
days. Yeah.
I didn't know you had an older brother.
Yeah.
You just had a sister.
And yeah, we used to play like long story. I went to like a my neighbor was like a huge like fucking nerd, and that sounds bad the way I say it like that, but he took me to my first like PC like gaming convention
Oh
like
yeah.
out in Jersey, and that's when I purchased. They were like, I didn't know about emulators. I was like a little shit kid, so like I bought a disc with a bunch of emulators and ROMs on it from there, and that was like my whole world of like emulation blew up at that point. So like I had all these games that I'd never heard of just in emulator form, and so me and my brother would just go through a bunch of them, and a lot of them were like Japan exclusive, and this was one of them that we played. And yeah, it's very fun. I think actually it started this series started out in arcades, Taito, I think, and
Yeah.
and then they ported a version to Switch, and this is like a remaster of that Switch, not Switch, Super Nintendo of the Super Nintendo version of the
Yeah.
game.
It looks good. I've heard of this game before from there's this YouTube channel I used to watch back in like 2012, 2013 called Retro Liberty. And they would basically go to like swap meets around LA and like buy retro games. This was like right at that cusp when like retro gaming was like starting to become popular again, and like the prices weren't getting all fucking jacked up yet. And I'd watch them, and they talked about this game a lot.
Yeah,
Like they would talk about this game a lot. Like it was this like hidden gem SNES game that we never got here in the States.
it really
And I
is a hidden
wanted to
gem.
try it. Yeah, and I really want to try it. Like it looks like fun. It's like a bullet hell shooter. I really like that.
Yeah,
I love me some bullet hell shooters. This looks like fucking fun. If this right now, this is a Japanese trailer, so hopefully, if we get a stateside release, I'll pick it up. It looks like fun.
yeah.
I love me
No,
games like that.
they're saying PS4 and Switch only right now.
Okay.
for a fall 2021 release date. I don't know if that's just Japan or if that's stateside as well. But yeah, this is a very fun game. So I want to play this.
Now this next game, we were talking about joining of genres, Rhythm Towers.
Yeah.
This
So
is like a tower defense rhythm game.
yeah. Uh Hey, look, I'm gonna come right out and just say this doesn't look very good. um but I like that they're doing it. Uh just because the concept is outrageous. So basically, you have to like, in order to build the towers, you have to like do like a little rhythm mini game, and I guess that's it.
But what happens if you fuck up the mini game? Like, does it just not get built, or is it built shitty? Like,
I don't know. They don't really show that, but it's got co-op.
do the towers attack on beat too? Because that'd be cool.
Yeah, I think they do. I think they do. Um, but for me, what makes or breaks a rhythm game is the fucking music.
Yeah.
And from what I'm hearing from this doesn't sound too.
That doesn't kick, dude.
Yeah, it doesn't get me excited. um, even like they do
Like,
look.
I hope I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. Like it's coming out soon. You can wish list it on Steam now. I'm adding it to my wish list, and I'm gonna keep an eye on it. It says it's coming out soon, but it's dropping 2022 according to their Steam
Ooh,
page. So I'll definitely be keeping an eye on this. I want to see what they develop from this idea here.
yeah.
But it's interesting. I'm not counting it out yet. I'm not counting it out yet. I'm keeping an eye on it.
I just love that you can mix rhythm with anything, and and it kind of just works.
Did you see that rhythm fighting game from like forever ago? I think the Super Best Friends like played it.
No, what the fuck?
Yeah, hold on. I'm gonna try to find it. Where is it?
That sounds crazy. It sounds like it could be crazy. Like, I feel like what started all of this was Crypt of the Necro Dancer, and that game is like an absolute masterpiece, one of my favorite games of all time. Uh, and like now after that, like everyone's trying to just mix rhythm with everything. There's a rhythm FPS, a rhythm fighting game. I want to see a rhythm visual novel.
Real talk? That sounds pretty dope. Hold on. I think I found it. The game is called Beat Boxers.
Beatboxers.
Yeah. I
Oh,
think.
okay.
I might be
Like a
looking for it now.
boxing game makes sense because boxing, there's a lot of rhythm involved with like boxing.
It's not a boxing game though.
Oh, okay.
There's this bitch with a sword in this game. It is not a fight. It is not a
Oh, okay.
boxing game. I'm trying to
Bring.
find the Super Best Friends like playthrough of it because they did play it. At least I think they did.
There's not just like a trailer.
I found the Steam page, so I'll send it over to you. This is the one I'm thinking of. But the first time I heard about it was Super Best Friends playing through it,
What
and it
is it?
looks interesting.
Beatboxers. Oh, fuck. Wrong link.
I sent you the link. Did you find it?
Yeah, but like OBS does this thing now. I don't know when they started doing this. I can't just click the link and then have it open in my browser. I have to, because now they have, I guess, their own in OBS browser that opens, and that just doesn't. I mean, why would you want that? Okay, here it is. Beatboxers. Wait, so you have to like follow the. Interesting. So you have to
Yeah,
follow the rhythm?
yeah. I saw this like gameplay of it. I'm trying to find it. I don't know if they took it down, but
Trumpet dashing? Oh, this is free to play.
go check it out.
Interesting. Well, again, I didn't like what I heard from that soundtrack. uh, I don't know.
Yeah, I'm
To me,
trying to
like,
find the gameplay video that I saw, and the soundtrack wasn't the best.
rhythm games, they need to slap, dude. Like one of the best things I love about DJ Max is that all the music's original, but like they got some fucking bangers, dude. Fucking bangers in those games. So that like I would go on to then buy the soundtrack. Like it needs to exist. I need to be able to just listen to it as a soundtrack as well. Um, but okay. Beat boxers. I'll put that in the wish list.
There's like one other thing I just found. I'm gonna check that out later. But yeah, this looks cool. Check it out. It came out like in 2018, I think. So reviews have been mixed on it. So I don't know if it's still being supported, but something to look into. Hopefully, someone else can get inspired by that to do something cool.
Yeah.
We also got a look at a fan-made ray trace trailer for Jedi Outcast. I'm gonna throw this out there. This looks really cool.
It looks
It's
really
amazing.
cool and
It's
like really
amazing.
silly at the same time
Yes, it
because you
really
got
does.
like this amazing lighting, but like all the original
Facial animations of the
textures.
models,
Yeah.
yeah.
Um.
It's really interesting, and what drives me nuts, not even like the mixing of the lighting and models, but the fact they chose Jedi Outcast when Jedi Academy is a superior game, but whatever.
Yes, I agree. Um.
This looks cool. And the trailer doesn't take itself too seriously. You got quotes from my cousin saying it's the best remake ever. And this looks amazing from my friend.
Yeah.
Like this trailer is really fun. I like it. And god damn, dude, like the lighting of the like lightsaber in the dark looks really cool. It is amazing, like what ray tracing can do to like bring new life into older games, man.
Yeah. But
Like,
like
how hard is it to
sometimes.
put ray tracing in these old games? Like, really? Because I keep this is like a trend I keep seeing a lot of
Well, the
mods.
whole thing is that it's like real lighting, so you don't have to. All you have to do is, well, okay, I'm just. This is me just assuming how shit works based on my limited knowledge. So fucking don't
Yeah.
crucify me. But I think it's like easy as fuck because you just put the emitter on all the objects and it just does what it's supposed to do. I think you have to update the textures so that they reflect properly. Like that was one of the big things about Minecraft was that you can have all the lighting do what it's supposed to do, but the textures have to have the correct like material on it to say, okay, this is glass and this is how glass is supposed to work. This is carpet. This is how carpet absorbs and reflects light. Like all the materials have to be created, but once you create the materials and have all that done properly, the lighting, everything's just done by the engine itself, and it just does it all. So it's like it's supposed to be easier than hand painting all the lighting how it
Mm.
was done in the past. So
I would
um,
love to see more of this. The fact that like most like modern remasters aren't like shipping with ray tracing by default is astounding to me because it makes such a big difference.
yeah,
It's insane. We got some new games releasing. We got Biomutant that comes out on the 25th. Ooh,
going to
this is
be
something I'm
playing that.
excited for, dude. Yeah, you are? You gonna pick it up?
Uh, okay. Did you see? I posted in the Discord.
The
Conan,
coolest gamer with Conan, yeah.
yeah, he finally came back and did another Clueless Gamer, and he did it with Biomutant. And boy, did he make that game look bad.
Yeah, he did. Well, the thing with the thing with Clueless Gamer is that he doesn't play games, so he just kind of like talks shit about them.
Yeah, I know.
When you're not. I wear this up being like so when you're not a good comedian,
But
it's
but
really easy to default into talking shit about stuff you don't know.
but like he wasn't wrong though. Like the thing is, he wasn't wrong. Like it seemed like there was like a lot of dialogue and like that intro seemed really slow. Like there was like a lot of talking. Like even like what when I was watching it, I was like, oh man, there's like a lot more like hand holding introductory stuff in this opening that like it would piss me off if I just wanted to get to the game.
Yeah,
Uh, so yeah. But the game itself looks fucking awesome. So
it looks incredible, dude.
yeah. So I will
Like I
be.
really want to play this. I really want to pick this up. I might. Oh, I don't know. I want to pick it up. I don't want to pick it up like day one. Like I'm really shitty. I want to pay full price for it.
Uh, Clay Doggy in the chat. What up?
What up, Clay?
I thought this game was more Borderlandsy in terms of like I thought it would have like jump in, jump out multiplayer, or I thought it would have multiplayer period, but it's just single
Yeah, it
player
does. It's a
only,
single player game. Yeah,
which is kind of a bummer.
huge bummer. I'd love to play this multiplayer. Are you kidding me? This looks awesome.
Yeah,
Ah, this looks good. I've been following this game for years, man. I can't wait to see this drop and get to see the reception it gets. I want this to be a franchise. I really do. Like, there's a lot of potential here.
I'm tapering my expectations,
Yeah.
uh, because I don't think it would live up to. I don't think it's gonna be exactly what I want it to be. So I'm giving them the benefit of the doubt. Just letting them make the game they wanted to make, and then my expectations I'm throwing out the window.
A good way to handle it. Meanwhile, my expectations are like best game ever. This is gonna be great. Well, we'll have to wait and see. I mean, it looks cool. I really like what I'm seeing.
Yeah,
We also got a look at some new releases. Capcom Arcade Stadium is coming out for PC, PS4, Xbox One. That came out on Switch like last year, I think. So
yeah,
it's cool seeing consoles get some more, other systems get some more love for it. Final Fantasy 14 is coming to PS5 because, of course, it is.
yep.
Like, who didn't think this was dropping on PS5?
Still not on Xbox, I don't think.
Still not on
Which
Xbox.
is
You're right on
crazy.
that. Still not on Xbox. We did get a look at King of Seas. It's an action role playing game set in a procedural pirate world. So
Uh,
basically, Sea of Thieves, but like overhead. It's like an overhead ship action game.
the problem with Sea of Thieves for me is that it's like perfect in almost every way
Go
except
ahead.
the part where it doesn't give you anything
To
to
do.
do in the world.
Yep.
Or it gives you stuff to do, but no real reason to want to do it
Yep.
because it's a pirate game with no loot. Uh, and I'm like, how the fuck can you make a pirate game with no loot? Well, they did. That's what they did. Uh, so this doesn't really look like, it looks okay,
It's
but yeah,
okay. It's only like what, like $20, so I can't like shit on it too hard.
yeah.
Um, yeah,
Captain
that's okay.
Morgan, by the way, Captain D Morgan, I just saw in this trailer.
Right on. I can't wait to see what Ubisoft does. They're working on a pirate game right now too, right? Like Skull and Bones or something. Is that what it's called?
Yeah, but they've just like they've been that game's been in limbo for a very long time. I think they just announced that it was like delayed again until further notice. So no one
According
knows.
to Wikipedia, it is set to release March 2022.
Is that the new date?
According to Wikipedia, that is the current release date.
Okay. I'm not sure. I think something like recently came out about that to where it was like reworked to a live service game. is what Clay Doggy said.
Which is a huge bummer because that's the Skull and Bones game is based off the Assassin's Creed Black Flag engine, like the naval combat they evolved for that.
Yeah.
So and people love that. A lot of people talk that up. So this would be really cool to see. We'll have to wait and see though when it finally does drop.
I don't really have an issue with live service games as long as
It's
like,
good. Like
yeah,
yeah,
as long as it's not like predatory and they want me to like buy a bunch of shit, like has a bunch of recurring costs or whatever.
yeah,
Like
I'm
as
the
long as
same
it's
way.
supported and has a bunch of content and it's fun, I don't really have a problem with live service. Like we talked about Division. I know fucking Clay doesn't like Division, but Division, in my opinion, very good game. Tons of content, and they just keep putting out content for free. So
We'll
it's
have to wait and
Ubisoft.
see then when it comes out. We also got a Man Eaters finally coming out on the Switch. I honestly, as much as I love my Switch, I don't know if I'm gonna play that on Switch. I don't think that game's gonna run great.
Yeah,
Actually, let's take a look. Let's see. Is there any gameplay of the Switch version? Probably not.
I've been disappointed in Switch trailers, man. Well, I don't know. On one hand, I want them to like not show us how fucked up their Switch port is, but on the other hand, I'm glad they're showing you how fucked up their Switch ports are because it shows you that you should not be buying those games if you want them to run
Exactly.
properly. So,
Exactly.
but
Um, but yeah, Man Eater's coming out on Switch. I'll probably wait to see until the gameplay gets updated so I can see what it looks like. Saints Row the Third Remaster is coming out of PS5 and Xbox Series X because, of course, it is.
yeah,
I mean, they weren't going to work on a remaster of Saints Row the Third during like what the last quarter of 2019, 2020, not to release on the next gen systems.
I want to play through these games again.
Me too. I haven't played them in a minute. The first one's only available on Xbox. The second one runs on dog shit, but runs like dog shit on PC. So I'll
Yeah,
probably have to play through 3 and 4.
that
But
first game is kind of an outlier because it's not what it's a very different game than what that
yeah,
series became.
it's still trying to be a Grand Theft Auto game, which is really we can tell like it's trying to fill that Grand Theft Auto like niche.
Yeah,
But it's a little bit crazier than GTA. Like you can kind of see it was trying to separate itself by like being more crazy than Grand Theft Auto was.
yeah.
And the second one, it's like, oh, we're gonna be fucking stupid. There's a side mission where you like take a septic truck and spray shit on people. Like,
But like the first one was like the closest to actual like yeah, this is my gang and
yeah,
we're building this gang. Uh here's your here's your street cred type shit.
yeah.
Uh
You got bonuses if you're like wearing your gang's colors too. Like that's something that's really interesting.
yeah.
I remember for the game, it gave you like an experience bonus if you wear your gang's colors. So I mean, hopefully they bring up back that concept. But I don't. I think the games have gotten so fucking weird. I don't think it's ever gonna happen. But we'll have to wait and see. But yeah, that's coming out May 25th, PS5, Xbox Series X. We also got Shin Megami Tensei 3 Nocturne HD Remaster. It's
This
coming
is
out
where
on PC, Switch, PS4. I really want to play this game, but god damn it, it is $60. Why the fuck is this game $60? Okay,
interesting.
so $50, 70 if you want the digital deluxe edition. Like,
What does that come
why?
with?
Why? It comes with Dante from Devil May Cry.
Oh, that's worth
So
another
that's
20
cool.
bucks.
And there's some like other shit that it comes with, I think,
It's
like
got
some like
Denuvo.
artwork. It has the Nuvo. Yes, that is true. It has the Nuvo. Um Actually, I think this came out already. I think this dropped like on the 20th.
Yeah, it did.
I think it's coming out on Switch and PS4 like the 25th. Hold on.
Oh, so the digital deluxe it comes with Dante, um some map packs, the Chronic pack. They had DMX in on it. I mean, not DMX, Dr. Dre.
Okay, so I think the digital deluxe pack comes out a little early. That's why that's out already.
Okay.
Because I'm looking at the Switch release and it's still May 24th. And even though it says release date May 20th on the Steam page. Yeah, so if you look at the Steam page, the standard is for pre-purchase, but you can outright buy the digital deluxe. So that's it. It gives you a couple days early. You get the DLC, so Dante from Devil May Cry is in it.
That's fucked up.
Which, like, dude, $70. Like, this game looks good. Don't get me wrong. Like, it looks really good. I'm glad that SMT is getting some love, but god damn it, dude. How old is this game? When did this come out? Hold on, Googling.
Hey, you wanted this.
I did want this.
You can get it
God damn
for
it.
40. You can get it for 40 at wingamestore.com.
This
With
game came out in
the
2003, dude. This is almost 20 years old.
voucher
It's an
code
18-year-old game.
PC Games 5 off.
I did want this, but not like this. Not like this. I will pick this up eventually. I just have to like convince myself to buy it for $70 and convince my wife to let me buy it for $70. We also got May 26th. We have Danganronpa V3 Killing Harmony Anniversary Edition coming out May 26th for iOS and Android. These
Very
games have
nice.
gotten really popular. They started out in the Vita, right? And now we got like PC ports, console ports.
They started on the PSP.
Really?
But they were only in Japan on PSP, so the Vita versions are when it came to America. But yeah, I still hold the opinion that they should have just stopped at the first game. That first game was just fucking incredible. Played the second one, didn't really grab me, and then I just have not touched it since.
I haven't played any of them, so I'll probably play the first one and not touch
First
the
one,
other
the
one.
first one's a really good. It's like a good mix of like Phoenix Wright, mixed with like a good like murder mystery visual novel. It's
Yeah,
so good.
that's what everyone tells me. I'll probably pick it up. We also have May 27th. We got Earth Defense Force World Brothers coming out on PC, Switch, and PS4. This does not look like normal Earth Defense Force games.
No, it looks like Roblox with with guns. I mean, but at the same time, it looks like fucking awesome. It's all like voxel based.
Yeah.
And I
Like, it
think
looks like
it's
fun. Shit blows up good in this. Like, it looks like fun. Like,
I think it's free to play. Maybe, I don't know. Not too sure. But like, I want to play this because it does. It looks like fun. Uh, yeah.
and this looks fun as shit. Like, who
This is
wouldn't
a
want to play
Ukes
this?
game. I didn't even realize that this is a Ukes game.
Ukes. That name sounds familiar.
They made a bunch of the old like wrestling games back in the days.
Oh, yeah, yeah, I remember. I remember them. They had a deal with EA for a while, and they were making EA Sports MMA games too, I think, or the UFC games.
Interesting.
Yeah, fun fact, like the first UFC games to come out on the last gen consoles or last gen PS3, Xbox 360 were developed in house, I think, by UFC, and I can't remember who they teamed up with, but they originally reached out to EA to make it, but EA was like, "Nah, MMA is not like a real sport. We only deal with real sports, so we're not gonna do this." And
Yeah,
then like
like
3 UFC games later, they were like, "Yo, these are pretty popular. We should get it on this."
real sports like snowboarding and which by the way, those SXX games are fucking like so good, man. They need to bring those back hardcore.
Bring them back. I never played
Everyone's talking about
SSX.
skate.
Yeah.
SSX is like the ultimate fucking ultimate sport. uh, just specifically SSX Tricky, and the last one, which I think was just called SSX. Two of the greatest sports games ever made, in my opinion. Like nothing even comes close. But
You've never played NBA Street, but whatever.
yeah, but that's different though.
I'll give you that. All in all, Yuke says looks like they're doing something pretty cool with this. I can't wait to play it. I really, if it is free to play, I'll check it out, man. I fucking got nothing to waste my time.
It looks like it should be
Um,
free to play, but I have no idea.
yeah, yeah. Oh, we also got to look that Fighting EX Layer, another dash is coming out on the Switch. I actually know about this game.
Yeah, let's hear it.
So back in the day, there's a game called Street Fighter EX, which is
Okay.
developed by Arika, or at least members of Arika. It was very different from regular Street Fighter games. In fact, there's a meme. If you ever heard of Street Fighter EX plus Alpha, like that's where the meme came from. That was an actual game that released. But it wasn't a It was a Street Fighter game, but it wasn't. It didn't play like Street Fighter did. It was very different. The combos connected differently. Special moves connected differently. The game was in 3D. It used 3D models. It was one of the first Street Fighter games to use 3D models, and nothing really came from it. Deal fell through. They never made another one. So, Fighting EX Layer is basically the spiritual successor to that game.
Okay.
In fact, Skullomania
Oh
is in
yeah.
Fighting EX Layer. He is in Fighting EX Layer because he is an original character. In fact, a lot of characters from Street Fighter EX are in EX Layer because they were original characters meant for that franchise, so they still have ownership over it. And this game looks fucking gangster, dude. Like this looks like so much fucking fun. I never played it because when they first dropped EX Layer, it was like a tier system. So there's like 3 different versions to play. They all had different characters, everything to start with. And I was like, I'm not gonna fuck with that. I don't want to deal with that. So now that we're getting like a full release of like everything in it for the Switch, I might go check it out. Like this looks like a fun fighting game,
Yeah.
and Terry Bogard is in it from Fatal Fury. So that's really cool. I love me some crossovers. I love me some Fatal Fury. So this is
You
something I
got
really want to play.
Kyrie is in it from Kingdom Hearts.
Which I think there is a character named Kyrie in it, but
Yeah,
there's no
we're
relation.
looking at him now.
But yeah, the game's cool, dude. It looks really cool. And I did play Street Fighter EX back in the day because my dad was like a huge fighting game fan, so he pretty much bought like every new fighting game that came out. He would trade in last year's game for next year's game. So I got to play that quite a bit when I was younger, and I liked it a lot. And I want to play this again. We also got to look that Mech Warrior 5 Mercenaries is dropping on Xbox One and Xbox Series X. I've never heard of these games. I thought it was like Armored Core, but it's not. It's like a strategy game.
I'm out. No, this one's an FPS, I think.
Is it?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. No, yeah, these are the good mech games. These are the ones that where you don't have to really think about too much. uh it's like cockpit, like first person shooter stuff.
Gotcha.
Um this actually looks cool. It's also dropping on Game Pass on the same day, I do believe.
Oh, yeah, we talked about that earlier, so that'd be cool to check out.
Yeah.
We also got a look at Super Bomberman R Online. That is also coming out on PC, Switch, and Xbox One.
Did I play this? No. Yes, I think I did actually. The problem with this game is that it sucks.
Yeah, the game did
So
not get good reviews. So
this game, it was a launch game exclusive on Switch. And then it launched exclusively on Stadia for like the online mode, and which was like a battle royale. I think that's this game. Pretty sure it's the
I
same
think that's
game.
what it is too.
And now it's coming to everything. Um, it's weird. It's a weird. You would think like Bomberman Battle Royale is a
It'd be
cool
fucking dope. You
concept,
would think it'd be
but
dope.
the way the execution is a little weird because it's not just one board. It's like it's multiple boards that are like you can walk like Pac-Man. You can like on the edges of the board. You can just go off and go into another board, and sometimes the boards will get like locked down, like how they do like the wall coming in is they'll just say, hey, this board and this board, you better get the fuck out of here because they're gonna blow up, and then you just walk into like another board. It's really weird. It's really weird.
Yeah.
But yeah, I guess it's coming to everything now. So there you go.
There you go. We also got a release date for Warhammer Age of Sigmar Stormground. That's dropping May 27th. PC, Switch, PS4, Xbox One. I'm not a Warhammer guy.
You're not?
I'm not a Warhammer guy. No, I don't know anything about Warhammer. I want to get into it, but fuck, there is so much lore. I'm like, nope. I got enough shit to worry about. I got enough fandoms that I'm in. I'll just skip Warhammer. The people who
Yeah.
love Warhammer fucking love Warhammer. This is a strategy game with environments that can affect gameplay. The environment can be changed when certain attacks are made. You can throw people off of cliffs, and it is being heralded as the first strategy video game adaptation of Age of Sigmar's dark fantasy universe. I don't know what the fuck that means. I guess Age of Sigmar might be like some like in-universe like period of time for the Warhammer games. I don't know. That's not my bag. That's not my bag, dude.
Yeah.
But this looks like a pretty fun like strategy game. I'm not a big fan of strategy games, but this looks like fun. I love the design for Warhammer, dude. It's just such a crazy like aesthetic. You know what I mean? Like the character designs,
Yeah. Well,
enemy
because
designs all look so cool.
there's Warhammer and then there's Warhammer 40K, which is like one of them is the fantasy one and one of them is the sci-fi one.
Yeah.
But at no point do they collide. Is like I don't know what the if they exist together at some point, but
Yeah.
so
I
like
don't know.
the 40K one is the one that I think is kind of cool, whereas like the fantasy one not so much. Like it's like standard stuff to me.
But even then, like, there's so much like depth behind it. Like that Necromunda game we were looking at last week.
Yeah.
That's in the Warhammer universe.
Yeah.
So I'm like, where the fuck does that fit in? Like,
And that looks badass. Like that's like,
yeah,
oh, I'm excited for Warhammer for the first time.
yeah. And Vermintide, that like, what was it?
Oh
Like the
yeah.
Left 4 Dead style game. That was in the original, the fantasy Warhammer universe.
Yeah. So
So
like
like the fucking the roots of Warhammer run deep, dude. Like there's so much lore. I'm like, I don't know where to start with this shit. It looks cool though. This looks really cool. I like the way
yeah.
this looks. The customization for the characters and armies look really neat. I wish I was a Warhammer guy. I really do because I feel like I'd enjoy this more.
What if they made a Warhammer fighting game? And
I'll
then
check it out.
for me, if they made a Warhammer rhythm
Rhythm
game,
game.
dude, that would be like fucking interesting as fuck. If like
I'd
they had
watch
like,
that.
yeah,
We also got a release date for May 28th for Song of Horror for PS4 and Xbox One. I didn't know this game existed.
neither did I.
It's a third person dot dot dot. Wait for it. Wait for it. Wait for it. Fixed camera survival horror game like the original like Silent Hills, Resident Evils,
Yeah,
like that. It looks so cool. I haven't seen a game like that in ages, dude. And this looks really cool. I just hope it's good. I've never played this game. I didn't know this game was out. This game came out October of last year. Reviews for it are very positive. Like, I kind of want to check this out now. Like, this game.
I like seeing this because no one's making this anymore, you know?
No, no one is, and I really like seeing that too for the same reason. I just hope there's like some combat in it, because if not, it's gonna piss me off.
You think of Resident Evil and Silent Hill when you see this, but I thought of Alone in the Dark. Like the way they have like the flashlight is very like in the Darky to me.
Yeah, it's much closer to Alone in the Dark because like the Lovecraft shit in it, but I've never played Alone in the Dark, so that's why I don't think of it.
Yeah.
God, this looks really cool though. I don't know how this game like flew under my radar for so long. This game came out October 2019. I don't know how like I'm barely hearing about this now.
Oh my god, you know what the like getting real like heavy rain vibes from the way this guy is like jerking around in this movement.
Right?
Like making me remember why I fucking hate these games. This control scheme. But yeah.
We also got World's End Club coming out on May 28th. This is that game made by the Danganronpa guys, right? That looks like another like Danganronpa game, but it's not a Danganronpa game.
Yeah. No, I think it's the zero time escape
Oh, the Zero
room.
Time to List. Yeah,
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 I
those
think it's
guys.
those guys.
The demo is out now for the Switch, so if you want to download it, you can download it and give it a try. I might check this out later, but probably not today. But it looks cool. We also got Wonder Boy Asha in the Monster World coming out May 28th. These Wonder Boy games are getting a lot of attention, and I kind of want to try them. Everyone tells me they're pretty solid.
Yeah, I never played them when they were new. Like, well, new. I never played the original. I think Sega. Are these Sega games?
Yes and no.
uh, the originals. I never played the originals.
No.
Um, so, but these look like Way Forward games. You know, like wait, is
Yeah.
it Way Forward? I don't think it is. Monkey Craft
This one's
and
yeah.
Studio Art Dank. But this looks like what like
There
Way
is a game
Forward did.
called Monster Boy, which I guess is like
Well, that's the series.
yeah. So what I've been told, Wonder Boy and Monster Boy have a connection, but I don't remember what the connection was.
I think Asha is like a spin-off of the Wonder Boy franchise.
I think, if I remember correctly, I think someone explained to me that Monster Boy and Wonder Boy are the same game, at least back on the Sega Genesis. And because of licensing issues, when they got released today, like they're two separate games owned by two separate companies now. I can't remember. I have to look it up, but I think Wonder Boy and Monster Boy have like some weird connection. I'll have to look into them.
Apparently, I'm just seeing this now. Fighting EX Layer is listed as $0 on the. It's free.
On the Switch eShop, really?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I might check that out.
I don't know if that's a mistake or if there's like you have to buy like the characters or something, but it is.
Play Doggy says good series. Asha is a remake of 4. Okay, so maybe if you know about this, Clay, like what's the connection with Monster Boy and Wonder Boy, if there is one? Or am I making that up?
I don't think Wonder Boy is a. I don't think Monster Boy is a thing.
Monster Boy's a thing. Like look it up. It's a
It's
game.
Wonder Boy in Monster World.
No, there's a Monster Boy. Like I'm telling you, dude. Look at
There's a
this.
Monster
Monster
Boy.
Boy in the Cursed Kingdom. Yes. Okay, I'm sending you the link right now. Putting in the stream chat.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, and I think there's like a connection with them, but I can't remember what the connection is. I think there's like some licensing issues. That's why they, even though they're similar games, I think the original Sega Genesis game like had 2 different names, and because of licensing issues, like they're 2 different games now. but I might be wrong. But there is like a connection. Clay says he's driving, so don't worry about it then. I don't want you to get in trouble or get hurt.
This one has a
But I
video.
know I'm not tripping. There is a connection. There is a connection between those two games.
Weird.
I'll have an answer for it later. But that's it, man. That's all of our news for the week. Hold on, I'm looking at stuff now. I'm like literally Googling Wonder Boy and Monster Boy connection.
Yeah, I don't know. This is new to me.
According to the Wikipedia page, Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom is a follow-up to the Wonder Boy games that Sega did back in the day.
Oh.
Then what the fuck is the one? So I guess the Wonder Boy games.
So the Wonder Boy is those are the old ones.
Yes.
And then Monster Boy are new games. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'm guessing these Wonder Boy games, Wonder Boy Returns, Dragon's Trap, Asha, they're all remakes of the original Wonder Boys.
Right.
So we got a Yakuza Kiwami, Yakuza 0 situation going on here.
Yes.
Okay. So there is a connection for these things. All right. I wasn't tripping out. I knew there was like some sort of connection with them. Why not just fucking call it Wonder Boy then? Why is it called Monster Boy?
Or yeah, like Wonder Boy 5.
Yeah, I'm sure there's like a reason for it.
Okay, it's a different boy. I think maybe I don't know. I'm making shit up now. That's gonna do it.
Yeah, that is it. This is a good show. We learned some shit today. And I'm immediately gonna forget after the show's over. Like a week from now, I'll be like, "What is Wonder Boy? What is it? Is that connected to the Monster Boy game?"
Gameoverse.com. Gameoverse.com/Twitch. Gameoverse.com/YouTube. Gameoverse.com/Discord. We're doing it big out here. Doing it live. Always. Tuesday, we're the Wild at Heart. Gonna do a quick look at that.
Stay tuned for times. It'll probably be like late at night or mid-afternoon, but we'll iron out the details later.
Yeah. Biomutant. Looking forward to playing some of that. Fuck EA. Yeah, that's gonna do it. Anything else?
That's gonna do it. No, that's it. Remember to spay and neuter your pets.
Yeah.
Everybody have a good night and stay safe. And wear your fucking masks. Get fucking vaccinated.
Get vaccinated.